Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and on today's episode of The Last of Us Part 2, we are going to be looking at some additional bonus content that has been unlocked ever since I completed the game, which was not too long ago. And specifically what we're going to be looking at are the lost levels. These are 3 early versions of levels that were cut during the original development of the game, and we have the opportunity now to play these levels in this unfinished pre-alpha state. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have to work with here. And looks like the first one is called Jackson Party, and the description says, Ellie nervously attends a party in Jackson. This level is presented in an unfinished pre-alpha state, reflecting its state when it was originally cut from the game. This level does not have spoken dialogue, only placeholder lines shown as subtitles. So let's go ahead and select this one. And we also have some sub-options here. We can listen to some developer commentary, but I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, and we'll leave the introduction video on so we can get some sense of what this level is all about. So let's go ahead and select it, and let's get going.
You're about to play an unfinished level from The Last of Us Part 2. The reason we added this section is there are a few sequences, and we picked the 3 of the best ones, that we cut from the game. You know, often we build a game that's much bigger than what ends up being the final product. They were months away from being finished, but we wanted to give you an insight of what it's like when we built the game, because often we have this whole thing constructed and it doesn't have final art or audio or dialogue. And here you get to see the building blocks of what it's like when we first string a bunch of these levels together. This is the intro to the first deleted level, and this one is the roughest of the 3. We wanted to show more of how Jackson operates. So this is the festival where Ellie ultimately kisses Dina. This sequence would have come very late in the game as a flashback sequence while you're in the farm with Dina. And we wanted to show what is the rest of Jackson doing, and wanted to put on the stick, make it interactive. So you could see when you're outside, there are all these almost like carnival games that you can play. You could mix drinks, you could play with these kids that are playing a sort of clicker Marco Polo, sit down and listen to conversations. And all the different interactions were first or second pass, very, very early passes. The building blocks are there, but nothing is final. And ultimately, while we were very excited by this sequence, it's pretty fun and lighthearted. It just slowed things too much as we're barreling towards the end of the story at this point. So again, reminder, rough, missing audio, missing animation, missing gameplay tweaks, missing dialogue, but pretty representative of what it would have been. So enjoy.
Okay, here we go as Ellie. Looks like she's chugging some beer, probably to loosen up her nerves a little bit, huh? Because they did say in the description that she was nervous. And she says, all right, let's do this. Okay. I wonder if that was Mankey beer that she was chugging. A very iconic beer in this franchise. Now for a rough cut, this actually looks pretty decent. I mean, it looks like the buildings are not textured yet. And looks like the lighting and the sky is not what we saw in the finished product, obviously, but it still looks pretty decent. It looks like it looks like the animations also are not flushed out, but that's what Neil said. So I take it we're just going to walk around part of Jackson here and explore. We can't really access anything. Looks like they have a bunch of Christmas lights up. I really have the utmost respect for game developers, especially level designers, because I mean, you have to go from concept art to blocking stuff out, texturing, applying all the assets, and just to make one level, I can only imagine it takes a ton of work. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we are at this party now. So let's maybe walk around and see what we can find. I mean, for a rough cut, this looks pretty nice. They have all these Christmas lights up. Everything's lit up. Looks like we have a face painting station. Okay, they're roasting a pig. Nobody's really talking, but... Okay, what do we got over here? Okay, we have a drink selection. Alright, we've got bourbon, beer, or tequila. Okay, let's maybe drink some beer. Loosen Ellie's nerves up a little more, huh? Okay. Looks like Ellie says that was actually pretty good. Even if I do say so myself. Well, whatever loosens up your nerves, Ellie. Okay, looks like we have some baked goods, and some bread. And what is that? Are those olives? Yeah, those look like olives, huh? Maybe some mushrooms? I don't know what that is. In those smaller jars, maybe some pickles. Looks like we have a baguette and some other type of bread. Okay. And they're also grilling a bunch of stuff. I'm sure the smell is intoxicating. Okay, very cool. Hello, folks. Then we've got a fire pit right here as well. Let's maybe explore this area. We've got a pergola. Man says, "Oh, hey, Ellie. I'm gonna go get a drink." Yeah, I'll go. And something or other. Hopefully we didn't disturb them. Whatever the heck they were doing over here. Okay, we got some kids playing. I think what Neil said is they're playing Clicker Marco Polo, huh? You can also interact with this fire pit, looks like. Okay, all that Ellie needs now is her guitar. Or for Joel to come over here and play one of his songs, huh? That looks very soothing. Sitting by the fire pit, I think just cleanses the soul. Looks like these kids are having a lot of fun. I wonder if we can join in. But I don't see a point of interest, so I don't think we can. Okay, we also have some games and prizes. Oh, look at this. Okay. Well, excuse me, sir. I just kind of pushed you to the side. All right, here we go. Shut up, this game is rigged anyway. I don't think it's rigged, I think we did pretty well. Can we get a stuffy, maybe a giraffe? Okay, well that was pretty cool. What else do we have around here? I saw some face painting on this side. Yeah, there we go. I wonder what they're going to paint on Ellie. Maybe a firefly? It's fine, does the job. We should touch it up. Maybe I can add something else. Yeah, maybe. I don't think they actually painted anything. Yeah, so it's kind of a bummer they didn't include this in the main game. I honestly would not have mind walking around and exploring this area. I think it really lets you get immersed in the characters as well as the locations. What is this? Oh, this is High Striker. Okay. Okay, looks like we can press square. There we go. Ellie's got some muscle. Okay, looks like that was one shot, huh? We should probably let the kids have a turn. Okay, very cool. So I wonder if that's it. Oh, no, no, look at this. We can interact with the kids. Come here, buddy. Oh, he's pretending to be the clicker. Gotcha! Haha! Hey, fuck you, Ellie. You're not even playing. I am now. Oh, look at this. Okay, this is cool. Let's go get these kids. I will say Ellie is not as scary as a clicker. At least in this uncut, unpolished version. Man, that kid's doing a really good job. Look at him go. They did animate some of this really well. Look at him go, man. You should be in theater school or something, huh? Very well done. Okay, is that it? I think we've got everything, right? We looked at the carnival prizes, the drink bar, the fire pit. Let's see maybe what's cooking on this side. Oh, that looks like Maria. Okay, let's see what Maria has to say. Oh, and there's Tommy. So his animations look pretty decent too, actually. Oh, was that it? Okay. Honestly, for a rough cut, that was not too bad. And I will say, if they put that in the main game, I think that would have been awesome. Again, because I love exploration, especially in this game where the level of detail is just so immaculate. So, okay, very cool. So let's hop down to the next one, Seattle Sewers. And it says, Ellie is swept into the Seattle sewer system. This level is presented in an unfinished pre-alpha state, reflecting its state when it was originally cut from the game. Okay, so let's see what Neil has to say about this one.
In this second deleted level, which is an extended sequence of the sewers in Seattle, this comes on the heels of where Ellie goes into a building and she survives an attack by stalkers and gets thrown out of a window and gets swept away by the current, and then we cut this section that used to be there in the final game. Now you will get to play it. So this was a way to get a bit more interesting puzzles, interesting traversal, figure out how Ellie can navigate the sewers with the fighting current. Ultimately, with a lot of these levels and these sequences, the reason why we cut them were for pacing purposes. But here it is for you in this very kind of raw form that part of it will feel finished, parts of it will feel like assets are missing as far as audio, animation won't be final, but it's a glimpse into what a game looks like when it's months away from finishing. Enjoy.
Okay, we're back on the stick here. I do remember this from the main game. As Ellie struggles to kill this stalker with her trusty switchblade. Come on, Ellie. Take care of business. There you go. Now, we were able to traverse the sewer system a little bit in the main game,
Okay. Okay.
but I guess they wanted it to be a little more elaborate, huh? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Holy smokes. You have to dive underneath. Go to the left. There we go. Okay, yeah, so I don't think that part was in the main game. I think she just sort of got dumped out in some calm waters.
Where the hell am I?
Oh, and we have a gun as well. It looks like we can craft stuff, okay. So I wonder if we can expect any resistance in this pre-alpha level here. There's a ladder right there.
Oh, thank God.
What's going on? Oh, the ladder's broken. Okay. I'm not going that way, that's for sure.
Okay. There's gotta be another way out.
Okay, so we probably have to go on the opposite side. Yeah, it looks like there's a walkway that way. Tunnel B. So let's maybe jump back in here in this current. Okay. I'm surprised hitting that this gate didn't reduce our health. At least a little bit. Okay, so I take it we have to go over here, so we probably have to jump in here and then grab on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I actually would have liked this in the main game as well. I would not have mind any of these. Honestly.
What have we got here?
We got a bunch of supplies. Some scrap and a bunch of goodies. Okay, so I think we have to jump in that tunnel. Yeah, because this is the end of the line. Okay. So here goes nothing.
Get me the hell out of here.
Yeah, Ellie does not like Seattle. The old flashlight trick, okay. So I take it we go in here.
Up and out. Just keep going up and out.
And we've got a point of entry down here. I'm sure this place smells lovely. Oh, look at this. There's another point of entry right here. So actually, what is down here? And look at that. We get more supplies. Okay. So, I mean, exploration is the name of the game in these games. So again, if they put this in the main game, I don't think I would have mind exploring these tunnels, if for no other reason to pick up supplies.
Don't lose your shit, Ellie.
Yeah, I can't imagine she would smell that great coming out of the sewer system, huh? Okay, it looks like that is probably a dead end, right? Yeah, we can't even hop inside. I mean, honestly, if they put a infected or one or two infected in these tunnels, you know, just kind of a jump scare, I think this would have worked in the main game just fine.
This would be another shitty place to die.
Okay, so we're going here. Come on, Ellie. Yeah, we can't aim in these sewers, so I'm not expecting resistance, but I think in the game, if they put this in and put a couple infected, yeah, because look at that, there's cordyceps right here. Oh, look at that. Is that a clicker? Is it going to come alive? Oh, she sees Joel. Okay, that's creepy. Let's keep moving then.
Shit!
Okay, this is kind of what it looks like we ended up in the main game. I think we ended up in this area in the main game. Because I remember this ladder on that side. Yeah, and I think we have to crawl, yeah, up here and on that pipe. Okay, so they pretty much just left this area. Well, that's a shame. I think they could have used this whole level quite easily. If they put maybe 1 or 2 infected. I certainly would have enjoyed traversing it, without a doubt. Okay, so I think this is probably the end of the line here, huh? Because I think this is where we come up in that train station right outside the park with all the Seraphites. Yeah, there we go. Well, again, I will say that if I could vouch for this level to be in the main game, I would certainly do it, because I think there were a couple of areas where we could have picked up some additional resources, and so for anybody who would want to do their diligence, I think it would have been very advantageous. As well as if they put 1 or 2 infected, you know, other than that clicker that maybe came after us in those tunnels. Similar to the sequence with Abby at the beginning of the game, when we were in that crawl space, and that one infected, you know, we had to shoot that one infected in that very tight space. So again, I think this level would have worked just fine. So let's go to the last but not least, the hunt. Ellie follows a trail of blood to an abandoned general store. This level is presented in an unfinished pre-alpha state, reflecting its state when it was originally cut from the game. Okay, so let's see what Neil has to say about this one, huh?
For this third and final deleted level, what we call the boar hunt sequence, this was a sequence pretty late in the game. It was right after the whole Seattle Abby sequence where Abby spares Ellie. And then we wanted to come back into Ellie's story, but keep it a bit mysterious of how much time has passed, where is Ellie now? So we're coming in on Ellie, and she's following a trail of blood. And we wanted to mirror, in a way, the deer hunt sequence from the first game, but this time do it with a boar. And there's something with Ellie that now she can't let go of this violence. She's pursuing it, even against this innocent animal. This was another opportunity to show how the violence that Ellie has experienced, the violence that she witnessed being afflicted onto Joel, is still sticking with her, and she's still experiencing these PTSD moments. This was a sequence that was pretty far along and was cut pretty late in production. Parts of it are still really rough, but the gameplay, the building blocks were all there. I think you'll have fun to see, like, again, a rough, unfinished sequence that you can play. You can see all the way to the end, and including a cinematic that we end up cutting. And the remnants of the sequence ended up being mentioned in Ellie's journal. So this part of the story that we developed still made its way into the game as kind of optional stuff that you could read about, but here you get to experience it. So as a reminder, this is pretty rough, months away from being finished, but you get to see it now.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. So what do we have here? We have our trusty rifle.
Where are you?
Okay. So we are probably, sounds like, somewhere in the vicinity of that farmhouse where Ellie and Dina and JJ lived for a while. Up to the point where Ellie decided to pursue Abby again, which was the mother of all mistakes. So I take it we have to hunt this boar down. And there's a nice trail of blood for us to follow, huh? Wait a minute, there's a... looks like an RV. Oh, this is just a dead end, okay.
Definitely not.
No, ma'am. Okay, so I think we follow it into this this general store.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Mountain General Store. Okay. This actually looks really nice. Again, they should have left this in the game. Fresh produce, beer, wine, ice cream, souvenirs. Refill your gas tanks here. Okay, it looks like we can use melee. I wonder if we can climb. Okay, we can climb. There we go. But of course they didn't leave anything for us on top of these vehicles. Okay, so I take it we just hop inside this store. So let's boogie.
Okay. I can't see shit.
Oh, that's a big boar. Holy smokes. Okay, and we can use listening mode as well. And we got some health. So it looks like we can maybe follow its trail. There it is. Okay, let's maybe flank it on the right. There it is. We gotta run. Oh, it's chasing us, okay. Did we get it?
Nowhere to run.
Oh no, it's still going. Did it go back here? Maybe. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, it's inside that room. Oh, so it is down. Okay. So 2 shots did the trick on that one, huh? Oh, and this is probably where she has that PTSD moment, huh? She probably can't gut it because she'll see Joel. Or Joel's body, I should say. I could only imagine it must be really hard where you know you have to fend for your family, but you have these nightmarish flashbacks of Joel. Well, again, I think that level would have been cool in the game. Maybe, again, as an optional area to explore, maybe to pick up some supplies. I mean, what better place than a general store? And if they put that boar inside the store as a little, maybe boss fight, I think that would have been pretty cool. It would have certainly sharpened up our skill as the player, as well as touched on this whole, sensitive subject with Ellie and her struggle, to cope with watching Joel get butchered. So, well, that was really cool bonus content. And again, I will reiterate, I think they should have left all 3 of these levels in the main game. Maybe not necessarily made them part of the main plot or story, but maybe left them as a side quest or maybe a side path that we could have explored to be able to access all these areas. But of course, with game development, you're trying to push out the game, and I'm sure they would have probably had to put a bunch of resources to finalize and button up all these levels. So I totally understand why they omitted them. But I really enjoyed them, and I hope you did too. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. And I think in the next episode, we are going to tackle the no return mode that I have not yet explored. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.